everyone, today we are going to be making the Origami rocket ship by Perry Bailey. This rocket ship involves very thin folds, so I would advise using a larger paper. This was made from a 3x3 inch piece of paper, and today we are going to be using a 6x6 inch piece of paper. Anyway, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is make the water bomb base, and you can do that by folding all of the straights and diagonals of the piece of paper. Start wide side up. So fold your first diagonal, fold your second diagonal, and then fold your two sides. Make sure that your folds are accurate because we will be looking for quality, and it will be evident in this piece. Once you have folded all of them, put the triangle with the base facing you, and then notice this flap, push it in like that, fold. And you're going to do the same thing to this side. Push in and flatten. This is the water bomb base. We've been using this in many other origami instructionals, and we'll use this base in many other origami instructions. Alright, so keep it in the same orientation. And now, you're going to squash fold the right hand flap so you get the results of the next step, which we will show you later. So now, what you're going to do is fold this whole thing like that, and then you're going to press down. But what I like to do first, for quality and so that it's a lot easier, is you want to fold it first. So just fold it regularly, like that, then open it, and then fold it from the center line over, and then when it pops up like this, open the flap underneath, and push down, like that. Okay? So this is what it should look like. First you start with this, and then you're going like that. Now you want to do the same thing to the others. Alright, so now let's do the others. Okay, so fold the whole thing over, and now we can do it again. Squash fold the right hand flap. Well, first fold it, and then squash fold it. You can go ahead and squash fold it right away if you want. It's just for starting out, and even for me, it's a lot easier if you make that preliminary fold first. Alright, let's flip it over to this side. The right hand fold. Alright, and now let's do the last one. Here's where it gets tricky. You don't want to ruin the other folds, so make sure that you know what you're doing. Alright, let's fold the last one, just like that. And then open the flap. Make sure that your folds are nice and not crumpled. And then flatten. Just like this. Here, let's zoom in since our object is getting quite small. Okay, here we are. Now the next thing that we are going to do is fold one layer in the front and one layer in the back. So what you're going to do, fold one layer over, like this, and one layer in the back, like this. So what that did, is it exposed these two sides so that you can sort of see a little hole. Now if you don't see the hole, that means that it's uneven, and you can see that. So you want to make it even. You can do that by just folding them over respectively. Okay, there we go. Now it's even. Alright, once you have that, now you need to sync and reverse fold all of the sides, or either one actually. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold both of these inward, like this. This is why it helps to get bigger paper, because after you sync this inside, you're going to do it a second time, and it's going to get much, much thinner. So this is why you use big paper. But it still works, and it's relatively easy to make. So fold both of these inside, and then open this flap, and what you're going to do is, once you open this flap, you're going to push this part in and see how it folds inside, just like that. So open, push, and flatten. Alright, now we're going to do the same thing for the other sides. So fold once, and then twice. And you probably want to do this on the bottom as well, so that you can keep everything even, which is quite important. Alright, so fold it in. Make sure that your folds are nice and straight and that they don't crumple. This is where it gets crucial. because if it crumbles at this point, that's going to be your rocket legs, and you want to make sure that it looks nice. Alright, so we folded those both in. Open and push. Open and push. I'm going to be going a little more quickly right now so that this video doesn't get unbearably long and waste all of your time. So if you're still having trouble, look at my first step. I'm going to fold it in just like this. 1 and 2. Okay. And notice how my folds are relatively sharp. You can accomplish that by closing in slowly. Alright? Now we're going to open them again and do the same thing as the third time. Yes, this is very repetitive, like the water bomb and many other models. And there we go. And we're going to flip twice. And then on the bottom, flip twice. Like that. Oh, see how that popped up? All you have to do is just push it back, like that. And then fold it one last time. And this is what I mean by pushing it incrementally. See how it's like that? Just let it focus. What you do is just push it nice and slowly. Okay. And the same thing here. Okay. So now we are done. Now we're going to fold one flap on the top. That. And one flap on the bottom. Okay? So now, instead of the open hole, which we had before, now we are looking at a closed shape. And it's even on both sides. Okay? Now, we're going to fold in the sides. And I told you we're going to do this one more time. This time we don't really have to sync or reverse fold anything. We just have to fold the sides in. So 1 and 2. I've actually never done this with big paper, and so far, this is pretty much the hardest part. It's turning out pretty nicely. Okay. Fold twice. Fold underneath. 1, 2. Do the same thing here. Also, I'm using origami paper if you want to decorate your rocket ship and get that extra 5 points, which can be the meaning of first place or second place in a competition. You might as well just use clear paper or a basic color, because the rocket ship can easily be decorated. Alright, fold the 2 center ones in. Just like that. Ooh, okay. So whenever you get something like this where it's not really going in, you can push your nail into it, like that, and then fold it over. Just squash it in there. Okay. Next. I'm not really taking my time on this because, again, I don't want to really make you sit through a 15-minute video. Okay. Push. Push. Okay. And now we just have one more. There we go. Make sure that it's even on the last one. That's really important. Because if it's not even, your folds may not be correct. Let's do the last one. Okay. Alright, there we go. As you can see, this has gotten really, really thin. Now, one more time, you're going to fold one layer on the top, one layer on the bottom. And what this did is it created the hole again that we're all familiar with. So now, we can create the legs of the rocket ship. What you're going to do, first thing, is you're going to fold the whole shape up like that. And then you're gonna invert it like this. Get your shape, the position that you want it to be in, and you're just going to flatten it like that. I believe this is called the inside reverse fold. Yeah, the reverse fold. Okay? You're going to do the same thing on all 4 sides and try to make this as even as possible. Rocket ships have even legs, last time I've checked. They don't have one leg longer than the other, one leg taller than the other. So make sure it looks decent. will be one thing that we look for in the quality. That. Yep. Okay. And check periodically to make sure that they're about right. Okay. Third one. You can always adjust it later. These are the legs. Make it a little tough. Pull it out, but now I built this model several times before I was ready to instruct it. And you should do the same too before you actually make your final instruction models. Just get some regular copy paper or printer paper and make this model 3D instructional several times until you really get the gist of it. Alright, now, the half of the legs, we need to build the rest of the legs. So now, you're going to reverse fold it again. This is going to invert yet another time. I'm going to see that and make sure that it is perpendicular. Straight down, like that, to the second one. Just like that. Let this focus. Come on, camera. Okay. And then you're going to push, and there we go. And invert. Be careful that you don't let the other side get up, especially with something this small. You might even want even bigger paper. This is only 6 inch by 6 inch. Okay, third one. Ah, there we go. That's focused. Like that. And then see how this whole shape is inverting. Make sure that it's nice and straight. And the fourth one. So, push. Make sure it's the same length apart. Down. Pull. Perpendicular. And flatten. And now, you have the legs of a rocket ship. Now, there's one more step. You can adjust these individually later. Like this one's a little short, so I'll show you how to do that. All you have to do here is just pull it a little bit more. So see how the folds are here? All you have to do is just straighten it and make the fold a little bit earlier. A little bit closer. Therefore, the bottom section of the leg is longer. Alright, there we go, that's ready. Now all we have to do is inflate it by blowing through this hole. You can also just take a pencil or some other sharp object and pry it open, but I like to inflate it, it's a lot faster. Or in fact, you know what, you can just keep it like this. It looks really nice. Anyway, there's your origami rocket. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at origamathon.contest@gmail.com or fill out the contact us form on the website. Are you the origami master? I hope to see your entries soon.